What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Tuesday. Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, and we are back after, my goodness, what a baseball game. It is currently 12:10 Pacific time. I'm on a plane in 10 hours. I'm going to be hurting, as most of us in the sports world. If you are a sports fan, you will be hurting all day today after watching the Dodgers and Freddie Freeman play two baseball games. Not one, but two. They played 18 innings. Freddie Freeman, last year, hit a walk-off grand slam in an 18-inning game. This time, didn't need the grand slam, just the solo shot for Freddie Freeman. I said that the Dodgers might just gentleman sweep the Blue Jays. I thought they might lose game one and then win the next four. Shohei Ohtani goes to the mound tonight for the Dodgers, looking to go up 3-1 and taking a commanding lead here in this best-of-7 series. We'll see how it all plays out. I got one bet on Game 3 of the World Series. I have two hockey plays. You guys liked it because yesterday we did pretty well. We bounced back nicely, 3-0. Kareem Hunt was the player of the day. That went over. Barger goes over easily, and the Bruins and the Senators, they scored like 100 goals. 7-2 was the final, easily getting a gift goal in the first 10 minutes. 3 units. We start the week way up. Good start to a Monday. Now, I've got 2 hockey props, and I've got 1 baseball prop. I'm traveling all day today, so just, and frankly, I'm toast. I'm very tired. I should have gone to bed like 2.5 hours ago, so apologies for this podcast being a little bit on the quicker side. But if you guys do want the Perrault jersey, you are running out of days to try to register. Have you subscribed to the BettingPros YouTube channel? If you have not, it's easy. Do it now. And then comment on this video, and you're entered. Ricky Perrault, autographed 49ers jersey, thanks to our friends at pristineauction.com. And always reminder that this podcast is being brought to you by our friends at Hard Rock Bet. Roll with Hard Rock Bet for a huge week of sports this week. The NBA is back. You've got baseball game 4 tonight in the World Series. Hockey, what a great time of the year. And new customers can place a $5 bet. And if it hits, you not only get your winnings, but also $150 in extra bonus bets. Want to see what everyone else is betting tonight? You want to see who's going to home run? Top picks and parlays across any and all sports. The Hard Rock Bet app literally shows you. And another reason why I download the app, just for the information. Tap Discover, and you can see trending picks and parlays at any time. Plus, Hard Rock Bet drops new promos every day. Tonight, you can boost your same-game parlay versus Toronto and LA for Game 4 and swing for extra winnings. There's new promos every day, and there's always something to bet on. You can bet on everything from football and baseball to table tennis. Yes, you get promos for table tennis too. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit today. All right, so the first bet for today is sort of just a theory bet. How is Shohei Ohtani going to be energetic? I watched the post-game interview with him and Tom Verducci, and he was asked about how tired he was. And his answer was one sentence: I want to go to bed as soon as possible. He has to get up and get ready, and he is a creature of habit. So after becoming the first Major League Baseball player to reach base 9 times during a World Series game, they played 2 games as a position player, as a hitter. Now, he's not playing, he's a DH, but he's still playing and being a part of that drama and being a part of that game that went on for hours and hours and hours. He has to come back out and pitch under 17.5 outs. The prop bet cheat sheet, it's a 5-star play. But I also agree with it, because you're telling me that Shohei Ohtani is going to pitch 6 innings? He's going to pitch into the 7th? If he does, tip of the cap, and I'm wrong, I'll lose the bet. I want to see it, frankly. This guy's going to pitch into the 7th inning. That's what you're telling me? If he's getting 18 outs, he's getting into the 7th inning, or at least through, a full 6 innings. I don't think so. I know the bullpen got used up a ton tonight for the Dodgers, but Shohei's way too valuable. I don't think they're going to play around with him. I think he goes into the 6th inning, but 15, 16 outs, and that's about it for Shohei Ohtani here. And look I wouldn't even be surprised if Ohtani has a bad outing, like he only goes 2 or 3 innings here, given what is going on. You know the Blue Jays are going to swing out of their shoes. Their backs are against the wall. They lose this game, they're down 3-1, and it's pretty much all she wrote. So you're going to get the best effort out of the Blue Jays, and they could get on Ohtani quickly. I'm going to jump on it. Ohtani under 17.5 outs. DraftKings had this up at the time of taping. Ohtani under 17.5 outs at -110 for 1.1 units. Okay, now let's go to hockey. The Boston Bruins are playing the New York Islanders. What are we doing? Well, the Boston Bruins are 9-11 to a goal in the first 10 minutes. Okay, that's pretty good. That's over 90%. But I'm not going to bet that tonight. Why? It's stupid juicy. DraftKings is the only one that has this up at the time of taping, -155. Okay, I heard you guys talk about juice. The juice last night was really steep. I don't want to keep on making you bet it because eventually we're going to lose and it could be expensive. So I'm not going to bet the -155 on goal in the first 10 minutes. Although the Islanders equally 6 of 8, 75% of the time. So if you want to bet one goal, bet the gift, goal in the first 10 minutes. Or you can bet the over in the first period, which is only -130, 15 cents cheaper. Or more than that. Yeah, sorry, 25 cents cheaper to bet it. -130. The Bruins are 8-11 to a first period over. The Islanders are 6 of 8, also to a first period over. So the Bruins are hitting at about 75%. The Islanders are also hitting at about 75%, and the Bruins are on a back-to-back. So maybe some sluggish legs to start the game. Maybe they score or they give up a goal or two. Over 1.5 goals for the Bruins and the Islanders is -130. We are going to jump on that here for today with the Bruins at home. We're going over 1.5 goals in the first period for the Bruins and the Islanders at -130. And finally, we're going to Tampa Bay and Nashville. Well, Tampa Bay, 7 of 9 to a goal in the first 10 minutes to a gift. That is 77.8%. That is currently number 2 in all of hockey for an gift. They are playing up against Nashville, who is 7 of 10. 70% of the time, we've seen a goal in the first 10 minutes for those two teams. So all we need is a goal in the first 10 minutes. Either team score, and we get there with Tampa Bay and Nashville. Now, Nashville's off to this is a little bit of a stranger start because Nashville doesn't always play that way. So I'm not I'm not in love with it, but I do think a goal in the first 10 minutes is a good way of jumping in here with these two because I think you could see a goal from Tampa Bay pretty easily early in this game. So a gift, goal in the first 10 minutes for Tampa Bay and for Nashville. So 3 bets for us here today on the show. Tampa Bay in Nashville, goal in the first 10 minutes at -140. Boston and the Islanders, over 1.5 goals in the first period at -130. And Ohtani under 17.5 outs at -110 for 1.1 units. Good day yesterday. Let's see if we can keep it going here on a Tuesday. Reminder that I am traveling, so I'm not sure when the podcast drops for Wednesday. I will either tape it in New England or I might tape it from the airport. If I have a delay or something with my flight, I may just tape it from the airport. So more to come on what we'll do for the Wednesday edition of the Daily Juice podcast. But there's also a shot that I may tape it on Wednesday morning because I'm going to be on the East Coast. So you might get the podcast on Wednesday morning at around 7 o'clock or so. Just heads up, FYI. When I'm on the East Coast, we tend to tape morning of. I'll be there for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, flyback Saturday night. Just FYI as to what's going on for where I will be. I'll be on the East Coast starting tomorrow night. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.